One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Cincinnati Bearcats. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cyclones offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Right on target this time. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they marked him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got it in the middle, it's Townsend. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Beck saved his best for last in 2024, 4 touchdowns to seal a classic Pop-Tart Bowl win, unfrosted still better. This year he's going to have to get used to some new receivers, and they're going to need some guys to step up, David.
Unfrosted, absolutely not better first. That was blasphemous. You should never get away with that again. But Rocco Beck, he had a great, solid season. Came up in the clutch when they really needed him down the stretch of games. Another year in the system. Interested to see what the Cyclones can do now.
Now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Running into the open space. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. The Cyclones pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He'll do it himself. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. No. Good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Bearcats offense has the ball for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see that.
Gashes him in the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
And the Bearcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for space. It's Pryor. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. It's complete on the right side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Bearcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll go to the air on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Motion from the wide receiver. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Handoff to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Allen. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on down. Iowa State sending the offense back out.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Dropping back, it's Beck. Pressure coming. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sowell. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move to keep running. Got enough for the first. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Looking for space. It's Hansen. Oh, they knock it free. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The Cyclones getting set on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give on the inside. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
And the Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And his slip's just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news.
He's loose. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll go right back to him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Allen. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They're going to run it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6th, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. He splits the uprights. And after the three-spot guys, we're all tied up.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Beck. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all in his play on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle, it's Jackson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know.
We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Iowa State sending the offense back out. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Cyclones come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And the quick shuffle pass.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They boot it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Makes the catch. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Back to the ground game on the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be...
Lots of running room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
To the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Walker. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Off the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Quickly complete. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Trying to bull his way in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Out of the gun to give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense doing its job again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground, forcing a 3rd down situation, likely to be a pass. Both defenses have played a really good football game so far.
To the air, it's Beck. Fires to the big fella. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Just feeds the running back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Cyclones are marching down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hansen. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Beck. Here's a heat. Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Here's the pressure. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Clemson. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Bearcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged in the middle, it's Walker. Hard-hitting tackle.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Bearcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Bearcats need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Sorsby. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And that just... Caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They want that clock to run.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
What a disappointment. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw, it's Sorsby. Buying some time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's going to run it. What a great job to get out of there, pick up the first down, get out of bounds, clock stopped, and now they'll reset. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Got his man on the right.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football. But there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Hauls it in. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Pryor. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. Looking to throw on first down. Wide out trying to get it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up.
And the late game execution worked to perfection. Moving the ball down the field, getting your kicker in a spot. You know exactly where he likes to kick it from. He drives it through. We're tied up, and we're headed to overtime.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room, it's Hansen. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Allen. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking, I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gets it out quickly. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Might be changing the route. Around the end, it's Walker. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a man, it's Sorsby. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! They jump on top here in OT. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David, they played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.